How's it going, everybody? I do want to apologize. I didn't get any IFO content. I did get a bunch of people saying that they love the car, they want to see it running, so that's definitely a plus. I gained a couple subs. Thank you, appreciate it, guys. Hopefully I can keep the content rolling for you guys, over the next couple months and try to get this thing done for the next IFO with hopes to drive it in rather than trailer it in like I did. So today we actually have more parts come in and I'm about to open them up and see what they are. Probably I'm gonna have to say these are two little fittings right here, nothing fancy. I know what those are for. And we got this one here. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna go ahead and say this is my brake lines. Much over here. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's brake line. All right, brake line. And some fittings. If you haven't already, head on over to the Import Face Off Facebook page. They actually posted the content from Import Face Off on their Facebook. My car's in there, Luke's car's in there, Maya's car's in there. There's a bunch of other cars in there in that video. Go ahead and check that out. To add to the list of parts, we've got more parts here that came in. I don't know if you guys are gonna like the four-wheeler content over there, right about there, but I do have some parts coming in for that as well. We will be upgrading some stuff soon, but for right now, we're actually gonna open some more stuff that we got for the Cabrio. So, look at this. This is for it's the fitting for my brake master cylinder, or my clutch master, sorry. We're gonna use a banjo bolt. I'm actually waiting for the bolt itself to come in, but it's gonna be a different kind of thing, so we'll see how that works. That, we also got two AN fittings for the fuel pump. These are going to go in the top of the fuel pump hat. I might not use these. I'm going to look into seeing if I can get something else, but those are going to be a plus for the AN lines. They're going to be ran front to back. And we got another one. Got a sticker, nice. Add to the pile of stickers I got there. There we go. I'm waiting for this thing. All right, we got the filler neck, Jack Spania Racing. The filler neck for the K-swap. I don't know what I'm gonna do here, but assuming it goes like this, something like that. Here's some big fittings. I don't know, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I like it. What we got here? Alright. So all AN fittings. Oh, hell yeah. Not bad. Not bad. It's pretty good. Machine works pretty decent. So, we will get this installed too. Some more fittings. These four. Alright, so that's way. Could use a hose if I wanted, or an AN fitting, which is most likely it's going to be an AN fitting. Got here. Mind you, I kind of lost track of what I ordered, so I don't know what's in any of these boxes. Yeah. Oh, this isn't a car thing, but got that dang barbecue sauce. That is Chipotle lime hot sauce. The dang bacon rub. This is all from Goon Squad. I've been waiting on this for quite some time now. And Southern barbecue sauce. Oh yeah. I'm glad I got that. I've been waiting on that for like 3 weeks. More car stuff. We got fuel lines. Got a bunch of fittings. Got some 8AN fuel line. Should be enough for good about 500 or 600 horsepower. Be good to go with that. This last one. And this one here. I figure out how to open it. Alright. I think I know what this is. Not gonna lie, kind of excited for this one, guys. This right here is going to be the first thing for this car that's actually labeled. It's a gender-built coil cover. Definitely excited for this. I ordered this kind of randomly. It's because I forgot what it was called at one point. So I just forgot about it. I am going to have to stuff these wires under a little bit, but there it is. It's official. Ginger built coil cover. Now that is the first of very many things that's going to get changed on the car. So, but I am definitely excited that I got that. I ordered the reservoir for the clutch master cylinder as well. It's actually going to be from Willwood. It's just it's one of these reservoirs, and it's got a hose that comes down to the master cylinder. I'm going to paint that and make it look nice. Kind of looks like crap right now, but everything is going to come out of the engine bay eventually. I'm kind of just getting everything mocked up. Like, I don't even have gaskets on the intake or anything like that. I didn't put a gasket sealer on the water pump. Literally nothing's got gaskets on it. It's just mocked up so that I can get it ready. You know, everything customized that I need to, because obviously this is a completely different setup than anything you see out there. So I did want to just, you know, get everything settled and fabricated the way I needed to before I started, you know, painting and putting all gaskets on and ruining stuff. So as of right now, the way everything sits, not bad. I do have a couple things I got to fix, but we're going to work on things as we go. So for right now, brake line's got to get done, and obviously the other odds and ends stuff that I got to get. And I got to get the little pieces for this to get that to sit properly. So, but we're going to get back to getting these brake lines installed, and we're going to get the power steering deleted. I'm not going to record the brake lines. It's tedious, it's time consuming. I really don't think you guys are going to enjoy watching me make brake lines. It's I don't know. To me, it's not something I think you guys enjoy. I think you guys enjoy the other, you know, the cool stuff to it. But, you know, if anybody likes it, wants to see it, just let me know. I have no problem, you know, showing you guys some insight on how I do things and how things kind of came about and how I had to do it the way I have to do it. So we're getting to work on the brakes. I managed to get the clutch line done. Fittings all in there. It's good to go. Made a hard line going all the way to the slave cylinder. Also did the billet reservoir. Another hard line going down to the master cylinder. We've got the brake lines for the front all ran. I just need to kind of tuck them up and hide them away. We also have another line for the rear ran to the center of the car. For the staging brake there's one line coming up. Have to get fittings for the master cylinder there to come off there and onto the lines to go all the way to the back. But other than that, the brakes are pretty much done. A couple little odds and ends and that'll be all set. And then now we got the fittings we ordered were the wrong size, so we're getting those so we can get the fuel pressure regulator hooked up with the lines going all the way to the rear, and hopefully those will be done. I also need to get an oil drain line. I need to figure out how I'm going to do that. That's kind of a problem there. So we're going to have to figure something out there. Maybe a 45. I don't know. But we will figure that out. Went to the local performance shop. Picked myself up a 100 micron fuel filter. Along with some fittings. Also picked up a new fuel pump. An inline fuel pump. With some fittings to go along with my AN fuel lines. And I also picked up a bunch of other random miscellaneous fittings that I knew I was going to need. Also picked up fittings for the oil drain line for the turbo as well. You got the fuel rail here, fuel lines here for this. That's all good to go. That fuel pressure regulator is good to go. Just have to hook the lines up. You also have to do the turbo drain line down here. I had to take the old one off to make sure I got the right size. So we're gonna get going on that. All right, I went ahead and started making fuel lines. A little tedious. I wasn't gonna sit there and record it all. I do need to go pick up some more fuel line for the feed. I do have the fuel line from the pump to the fuel pump, the inline fuel pump, and the inline fuel filter for underneath. I just got to get a bracket for those. But I do have the return line ran completely there, and then the return line for the fuel rail here actually looks pretty nice. That's all buttoned up. The other end will be returned straight to the tank. And that brings me to this right here. I had to go ahead and drill these out and put 2 bungs in here for the top hat for the fuel pump. I also redid the fuel pump. Sat a little too high. Like
I want to say about a half a tank, this thing was struggling to work. I was getting a bunch of air bubbles and whatnot, so I lowered that a little bit into the factory housing. I just need to get a filter for the bottom, which is not a big deal. I can go pick one up. I'm gonna fit right on, no problem. But I got the bulkhead here. This is done, ready to go. I got a couple 90-degree fittings I'm gonna put on here. I'm probably gonna go pick up a couple shorts. That way it's not gonna be too high. I know the factory one literally sits almost flush here. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to put the cover back on, but I did that. It's got a, I believe, Warbella 255 in tank. And then we're gonna have the other pump, the other inline pump here to push more fuel. All AN, 8 AN lines there. But overall, coming out pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and continue doing the fuel lines and hopefully get this thing back installed. And that way we can be done with the fuel setup. Fuel lines almost done. We've got the one for the rail. It's the return line. We also have the return line right there. Got the block off for the fuel pressure regulator here. And now we have a feed line going back underneath here. All right. So we got feed line here, return line here, going to the tank at the top for the top hat. And this long one here, which I gotta cut down, is going to be my feed line that goes to the inline fuel pump. The inline fuel pump is up here. We got a new filter. We also got the bracket for both of them as well. Make it a little easier on me. But that's, I got rib nuts up in here. That's holding on there pretty good, 2 of them. So we're gonna get to getting this line figured out of my way so we can get the fitting, 90-degree fitting, to go here, like so. And get that to go up here like that. And then we will chop this one and get it to the 180-degree fitting here and run that to the tank. So that way we will be squared away with that. Alrighty, we got the fittings for the bulkhead for the fuel tank all done, ran, connected, good to go. We also got the fuel pump up under here, the fuel filter. I just need to get a adapter, the piece that holds the lines, so I can put them up and they'll stay out of the way along with that one there. Order a couple more fittings for that. And we got all the fittings and lines and everything ran here, and everything looks pretty good. Just need to get fuel injectors and that'd be good to go. Fuel system is complete. Hey everyone, how's it going? I actually want to apologize. I haven't been posting much of anything. I've had a lot going on lately. I've had a bunch of issues with the house I have to fix, and we're trying to get everything situated for that. But I'm also trying to come up with some money for doctor's appointments and hospital visits and stuff like that. So it's been kind of hard trying to buy parts and try to put a lot of time into the car. Like I said, it's costing me an arm and a leg to get this thing up and running. So I did sell my motorcycle so that I can fund some of the parts that I need for this. I didn't exactly buy as much as I would have liked, but for right now I have the majority of the stuff I need, and some of the stuff I don't need parts necessarily ordered. Like I need injectors, intercooler, and intercooler piping, and like I tried doing the belt
and the alternator relocation kit, but it didn't work because obviously it's a kind of a custom car. So I have to deal with that as well. Hopefully here soon we can get this thing running and driving. Engine bay needs to be painted. I need to pull the motor back out eventually and go through it all, make sure it's all sealed up properly, gaskets and everything else. I'm going to do that out of the car. It's a little easier to install these parts with the motor out. So we will get to that part. I do appreciate everybody that watches. So I'm sorry if I take a little time to get content out. Like I said, it is hard. It's only me doing it. I'm not the best at it. So for right now, I'm kind of stuck. I got shafted with some shirts that I had ordered, I don't know, almost 2 years ago. Dude made a design, never really finished anything. I tried getting the design remade, and it's hard because nobody really wants to deal with it, and it's not cheap. I'm already out a lot of money for shirts, but we will work on getting those here soon. Hopefully within the next couple of months I would like to get some, but I have been having some issues with, you know, getting parts and making sure everything is the way I need it to be. It's a custom car, so everything on it's a lot harder than normal to do. It's not like I can just go to the store and buy these parts that I need. I kind of have to trial and error with parts. I did have an issue with the wheel bearings, so I'm going to have to rethink that setup and figure out how to make that better. For the most part, I do need to get some pretty expensive parts as of right now. I do appreciate, you know, everybody who comments, likes videos and stuff like that. It does help get noticed. I'm not out here to be famous. I'm not out here to, you know, screw anybody or anything like that. But people want to see different cars being built and different projects and what goes on and what it takes. And this is exactly what I did. I did kind of a hard project. I think I've only seen maybe 1 or 2 Volkswagens with a Honda motor in it. So it's a little different than your normal, just, you know, putting a VR6 in it. I already had a VR6. So I had a VR6 turbo before this. The car's been down for 2 years, and it's definitely a struggle for sure. So I don't know when it will be done. I'm gonna hope I can get it done within a decent time frame. Hopefully this year I could have it at least up and running. There's a lot of custom stuff that I still have to do. I'm hoping everything works with the way everything's set up now. So we'll have to figure that out as I go. Right now it's just hard. A lot going on. For me personally, and, you know, some friends and issues. But it's not easy. It's not a lot of people know how to talk to other people. They like to hide things, hide their emotions, I guess I should say. I've had the same issue for years. I will give you guys the backstory eventually on why I do what I do with cars like this. That will be for another day. But I do want to let you guys know, don't be afraid to talk to somebody if you need to talk to somebody. Or if you feel a certain way, you don't feel safe, or you just need to talk to somebody and have some type of guidance or ears or really anything.
don't be afraid to reach out. I know it's hard for a lot of people, myself as well. I've had a hard time with reaching out. It's kind of made bad relationships and relationship issues. But sometimes you need to talk to somebody. It doesn't matter who it is. Just don't be afraid. Ears are always open. Helps to talk to somebody rather than hold it in, and then you never know the consequences of that later on. So